that in mind, we are going to switch gears and talk about sponsoring, because this is one of my passions in Premier is sponsoring, because I know personally how Premier can affect your life. It has personally affected me in so many ways. I know it's probably affected most of you in this room somehow, some way. And if it hasn't, it will. Just wait, it will, okay? So sponsoring is a gift. It gives you a chance to share with others what gifts that you have. Now, I'm not necessarily going to go into sponsoring activities because I just did a million booking activities for you and you're probably already like, what? But I do want to give you a good closing, which is very important. I think that the magic in sponsoring happens when you close a sponsoring activity. Okay, it's not, you can, as long as they know that we make 50% and they, you make your own schedule and what the possibilities are, how you close it is what's most important. Not necessarily how you say it, but how you close it. So, one thing that I developed last year is called 6 Minutes to Win It. And it is a very, very fun thing, and it produces some great results. I just like to know who I'm talking to. Has anybody in here heard? I've trained on it before in other places, the 6 Minutes to Win It. So just a couple. Okay, all right, good. Yay. I love knowing when if the whole room knew about it, then it's not so exciting. So anyway, 6 Minutes to Win It is a little activity I do. By the way, if you haven't figured out, I like games. I like fun and games. My theory is that we all like to win. I mean, if you're at rally and they call your name for free jewelry, like you win, aren't you like crazy excited? Right? We like to win. It is part of who we are as human beings. We like to win. Okay? So for men, that's why they play sports. For women, that's why we look fabulous. Because we want to win. Alright, so I give people lots of chances to win at my home shows. So 6 Minutes to Win It, this concept is created to basically be doing a mini OP at every single one of your shows. I have found that if you can strike while the iron is hot, while you have them there, it is much higher odds of them signing on as a jeweler. Okay, so 6 Minutes to Win It is, I'm just going to do it, it's much easier. Okay, hold on.
Are you guys okay back there with the lights thing?
Oh yeah, do you want me to turn them up?
Yeah, turn them up.
We good? Alright. So here's the way 6 Minutes to Win It goes. After I have gone through my sponsoring activity, my sponsoring talk, however you're going to do it, whether you do big money, whether you do ask it basket, whether you just let them ask you questions, whatever it is, here's how you tie it together with a pretty bow at the end. I say, ladies, listen, if I've said anything that's made you slightly curious, you want to know a little bit more about Premier, then I have this special thing I'm doing today. It's something special, something different, and it is called 6 Minutes to Win It. Oh yeah. And here's the way it works. In just a moment, I'm going to give you a chance to be in the 6 Minutes to Win It. If you want to be in it, then you're going to have a chance to win this great charm bracelet. It comes from Premier Designs, and I'll kind of drape it around. It's probably better to take the tag off, just saying. And I'll walk around and show them this charm bracelet. And I'll say it has 4 charms on it. Or is it 5? Whatever. 4 or 5 charms. And it talks to you, or shows you all the stuff about Premier, which is really nice. It's a great, cute bracelet. So if you choose to be in 6 Minutes to Win It, then you're going to get a chance to win that bracelet. That is the prize that you're winning. All this verbiage is on our website, by the way. So here's what happens with 6 Minutes to Win It. I'm going to give you a chance to take a ticket. If you're curious about Premier, then that means you're going to give me 6 more minutes of your time after we're finished with the presentation. So people are going to start to shop, and then we're going to go over in the corner. I'm going to take 6 more minutes, and I'm going to tell you 6 things about Premier that could change your life. Okay? Pretty simple. Even if you're just curious, even if you just want a chance to win the bracelet, I don't care. Just listen. And the only way in is to have a ticket. Okay? You cannot listen unless you have a ticket. So I'm going to pass these around. If you would like to listen to 6 more additional minutes, you're going to take this, and then we're going to meet right after the presentation. So here you go. I'll let you take that. Just take one and pass it if you would like to listen for 6 minutes. Okay, and then I go and get the next thing, which is usually my surveys that I'll then pass out and my catalogs and all that stuff. So that is going around. Here's what I love about this little stack of paper. Because they're looking at this paper and they're going, all right, it's here, it's in my lap, it's easy, I'll take one. Okay, and then she passes it. And what I see happening is that girlfriends go, are you gonna listen? yeah, I'm gonna listen. Okay, I'll take one too. Like they definitely make a plan to go do this together, okay? Not go, they don't have to go anywhere, they're staying in the same place. Thank you. So they have to take a ticket, all right? And all it says is I'm in it to win it. Very simple. So, what do I say? During my 6 minutes, right? So after this goes around, by the way, on average, I have this isn't a really good average, but it's 2 to 8 people that take this. Sorry, that's not really an average, that's a scale. It's really all over the place, you know. Occasionally, we'll have no fun. Take one, and that's okay. It's no big deal. But you'll have shows. If you have a smaller group, like 7 or 8 people at your home show, almost always at those shows, everybody takes the ticket. Because you've built relationships with a smaller group, okay? And they're just curious. If they like you, they're also going to take it. Because they want to hear more, okay? But if they don't take it, doesn't mean they don't like you. Let me make sure I translate that correctly. So they're going to take a ticket. Then I will pull them to the side. We'll either go in the kitchen, we'll go stay in the area where we are if everybody else goes to the table, whatever it is, we'll kind of get together. And I'll give them all a handout, which is on my website. And it's always on bright color paper, and at the top it says 6 minutes to win it. And the top line says, give me 6 minutes of your time and I will tell you 6 things about Premier Designs that could help you win at life. Okay? Tying that 6 minutes to win at life, okay? So I am then going to give each of them this handout, and I am only going to go through these 6 points. All right? This is super, super easy. Anybody can do this. Okay? So watch what I do. I love this part. I give them all the papers, and I say, okay, ladies, I'm just going to go through this information. Number 1. And they all go, oh. Everyone, oh, it's great. I love it. They follow direction well. So I'll go through the bullet points real quick. I should have thought, I didn't know we were going to have, I should have.
Just read it real quick.
Yeah. Number 1 is, it says, number 1 says great product with great price. So all I say is, number 1, we have a great product with a great price. You just saw that as I showed you the jewelry. By the way, somebody can time me if you want. It's less than 6 minutes. We have a great product with a great price. You just saw that. Over half of our line is under $40. And also, our entire line is covered by guarantee, which is great. You just heard about that. Number 2, we have a wonderful hostess plan. Premier gives away, on average, to a hostess $250 in free jewelry. Ladies, this is what keeps my business going. Women want free jewelry, so they invite me to their home. Personal story, I've been in for 8 years, and I'm constantly booking shows because of the amazing hostess plan. Number 3, we make 50% of our retail sales, which is awesome, and it's an industry high. The average jeweler makes about $250 per home show. I don't know many places you can go and make that keeping your clothes on. Also, it's true. I'm just saying, stay in the box. And also, we get paid the night of our show, okay, which is very important. It's like waiting tables. You walk away with money in your pocket, so if you need gas on your way home, you can get it. If you need milk, you can stop and get it, okay? Very important, we get paid the night of our show. Number 4, we make a commission from our downline. It's called the 10-10-10, and that is because Premier pays you 10% of what they get from the jewelers of your 3 levels. Now, I know that's confusing, so let me tell you an example. Let's say you decide to become a jeweler. Every time you sell jewelry, you send the 50% to Premier. When they get that, they take 10% and they send it to me as your sponsor, okay? Let's say you decide to sponsor Stephanie. She comes in. Every time she sends money to Premier, they send 10% to you. Ooh, you're getting paid extra. And they send 10% to me. Ooh, 10, 10. Let's make it lower. Now, the next person comes in. You're a jeweler. Every time you send money to Premier, Premier's going to send 10% to you, 10% to you, and 10% to me. That's the 10, 10, 10. That's how it works. That's how you make some extra money. Ladies, this right there, the 10, 10, 10 is the key to a higher income in Premier. It's how you can make 6 figures selling jewelry. Number 5, you get to start your own business for between $400 and $1,200, depending upon the jewelry you select. Now, the great thing about that is that there is financing available, so you don't have to come cash out of pocket for your startup cost. Also, most jewelers make back their investment in 4 to 6 home shows. So if you're willing to put 4 to 6 nights of work into this, you can make your money back and walk away. Number 6, after you become a jeweler, the first thing we do is hold a training show. It's your kickoff party, your grand opening. Bless you. I come and do the show for you, but the best part is that you still get to be the jeweler and the hostess. So you make all the profits, immediately start paying back your kit. You make all the bookings, and you also get all the free jewelry. Now, if you will note at the bottom, and I'll point it out, so ladies, this block here is my first 6 home shows, okay? And the reason I wanted to share those with you is because I want you to see my profit. If you look in the far column, it says my profit. After just 6 home shows, I had profited over $2,000, okay? I had more than paid back. Remember I said the most investment is $1,200. I had paid that back and made some profit within my first 6 home shows. Turn it over. Ladies, I want you to ask yourself these 6 simple questions, answer in your head. Number 1, do you need extra money? Number 2, do you have one night a week you can put into a business for yourself? Not for a CEO or for your boss, but for yourself. Number 3, do you like to interact with women on a social setting? Number 4, do you know 4 people who'd be willing to do a starter show for you and help you out? Number 5, do you like to have fun? And number 6, do you like to make others feel good about themselves? If you answered yes to at least half of these questions, you owe it to yourself to consider Premier Designs as an extra job. All right, ladies, thank you so much for listening to my 6 minutes to win it. Who timed me? Anybody timed me?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Good. All right, so I say, all right, thank you so much. You have your tickets in front of you. Here's the last minute. I say, I need you to do me a favor. Write your name. We're going to do the drawing right now for this little bracelet, or whatever you like. Doesn't have to be a bracelet. Put your name here, and then right here it says scale number. I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10 how you feel about Premier and how curious you are. 1 being don't ever look at me, and 10 being I am ready to be a jeweler right now. Okay, tell me where you are, so I'll know how to follow up with you. I don't want to hound you, and I want to know the proper steps to take. So if you can tell me really honestly where you are. So they write it down. I fold them up. I do my drawing. They go on their merry way. Okay, that's the easy part of this is just going through reading. Ooh, how hard is that? Reading a handout that they read along with you. Okay, then I take my slips to my checkout station. By the way, I'm just going to throw this out there too, and Kyle, I hope that your upline doesn't get angry. I honestly, being honest, I don't work my table. I know that is a huge training thing. You can increase your retail by working your table and helping them build the sale. I work this stuff instead, okay? Because I will now go and I will go through all these. I'll go through my surveys, so I'm ready when they come to check out. If after I finish going through these, nobody needs me yet to check them out, I will then go and I will then go to the table and I will help them, but I'm not. I just want to say that is just my personal thing, but your upline will probably not be happy with me right now.
Did you sponsor how many last year?
Yes, well, I've sponsored in 8 years over 100 people, so, you know.
Then your upline's happy.
Yes, exactly. I feel like I put my helping them build the sale in during the show part by showing them all the benefits of the jewelry, so that when they're shopping now, it's up to them to select what they like. I've already kind of done my job. Now it's time for them to do their job.
You find that what you sell is what you show?
Yes. Usually what I show is what I sell, almost always. So I don't show the shine necklace.
How many do you get shine?
She asked how many pieces do I take. I have about 350, 400 pieces of jewelry. I do take all of my jewelry. I show approximately 4 to 6 base pieces. So by base, I mean like a necklace, like 4 to 6 necklaces, and then I add whatever. Because I show the tricks, if I show more than that, it's 12 hours long and they want to go home. They don't like me anymore. Yes, go.
My question is, if you get somebody that's super interested,
Yeah.
in depth, they want to get into it, you schedule an appointment.
Oh, I'm getting ready to go over what you do with this information.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm not done with 6 minutes to win it. Yes.
How long is the show?
My show is approximately like 45 minutes. It depends on the group. The whole show. Yeah. Is that long? Or do you think that's short? Oh, well, you know, people say you should keep it under 30 minutes, but I can never get to 30 minutes because this is what I do. I like to talk. I think you can't figure that out. Yeah, 45 minutes roughly. Depends on the crowd. If they're a fun crowd and they're feeding in with the energy, definitely.
When do you pass out your catalogs?
Oh, great question. She asked when I pass out my catalogs. I don't put my catalogs out to the very end. I actually hide them. I put them behind me, and I put my lab boards with my surveys on top of them, so no one can get them. Because I do not want them, I used to be a teacher, and I know that if you give them the homework assignment early, they're gonna do it. Because I did. So, yeah, I don't want them flipping through, I want them paying attention, I want them engaged in everything that I'm doing.
But you also have a complete set of jewelry, am I not correct? You have pretty much everything that's
Oh,
in
no,
the
no, I
catalog?
only have about half.
Okay.
But I don't show it all, it's just sitting on my table, which is usually not in the same room that I am.
Okay. But for some of us that are new, that don't have a lot of the new jewelry, what do you recommend for the catalog? Just wait until the end as well?
Yes, absolutely. When I started just like every other jeweler with a small sampling, and I did it the exact same way. I hid the catalogs because I did not want them. Now, if you're doing a show, there are shows out there that you can do where you have them go through the catalog to, you know, on page such and such, find this piece or whatever. Or you can have them race to find who can find this piece in the book first, gets the Diva dollar. You can certainly do that. But I'm just telling you from a teacher's perspective, if you give them something else to do, they will do it, okay? And you want them to pay attention to the guarantee and the hostess plan and the sponsoring information. That's where the magic happens. The jewelry comes, that's the easy part, but you need them to be in with you on the other stuff. Yes?
So when do you guys have your guest surveys?
At the very end. My guest surveys go out at the very end. Everybody does a guest survey, it's not an option for me. I give it out, I say, ladies, last thing we're gonna do. Yeah. I've done this for 8 years. It's what I was taught, it's what I know, and that's what works for me. But I give them all a survey, and I say, ladies, I need you to do your survey right now. You're gonna get another Diva dollar just for filling it out. After I get back all the surveys, then I will explain how you're gonna order the sale, and we're gonna see who our prize winner is gonna be. So that gives them the clue of, oh, I can do that right now. They do it.
Surveys, then catalogs?
Surveys and catalogs, yep.
You walk them through it so that they've got every single thing?
Yes, you gotta make sure you walk them through it. Very, very important, because they'll leave things blank. And you don't want to leave blank, okay? All right, so moving on with, I'm gonna hold, if anybody has any questions, I'm gonna hold off for now because I wanna finish this part, and then we'll try to do more questions later, okay? So, after you have gone through 6 minutes to win it, you have these little clues. Now here's what you're gonna say. You're gonna divide your category, this is all also on my website, 6 minutes to win it, verbiage and what to do afterwards. After the 6 minutes is over, you're gonna wanna divide your group, your slips up into people who are 7s and above. Okay, that's your first category. Those are your hot prospects. 7s above, hot prospects. 4 to 6, they're your warms. And 3 and under, well, they're your cold. Okay? But you're gonna wanna speak to every single one of these women at checkout about this specific stuff. So when somebody comes up and they've marked a 7 or above on their scale number, I say to them, oh, you know, thanks so much for listening to the 6 minutes to win it. I noticed on your survey that you were an 8 on an interest level. I just want to take some time to share with you a little bit more about how you come into Premier. So are you around tomorrow afternoon? I can give you a call. Okay, I'm going to get her on my calendar to talk to her within 24 hours as best as possible. If I have to go 48, I'll go 48. But I try to talk to them the next day. If they are a hanger-outer, you know those people that just kind of hang out. If they stay, I'll do it that night. Okay. So I get an appointment with them to talk to them within the next 24 hours. On that call, or when we meet in person, whatever it is, I will then give them more details of the $3.95 and the jewelry packages. Because essentially 6 minutes to win it is all the OP information without that segment. So you need to now tell them this, this, and this, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. Now here's a very important thing that I've learned, and you may already know this, and that's awesome. If you do not know how to set an appointment reminder in your phone, learn how to do it, okay? And if you don't know how to do it, ask somebody to teach you. I like technology, but I tend to wait till I need it. And I figured out I finally needed it. I still use a paper calendar. I'm a paper calendar girl for that. But what I find is that I write in my calendar, call Mary at 2 o'clock. And then if I don't have my calendar open at 2 o'clock, I don't call Mary, okay? So I learned how to set a reminder on my phone so I can set a 15-minute, alert. So I'll know, oh, I got to call her at 15 minutes. And then it rings again at that time. So that now I know to call Mary. I put her number in there. But here's the best part. love this. Since I started doing that, and I started doing it in front of them. So let's say Crystal, my lovely volunteer, is at checkout. She was an 8, and I plan to talk to her tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna say, all right, grab my phone. I'm gonna say, Crystal, I'm gonna put you in. All right, what's your cell phone number? Is that the best number to reach you at tomorrow at 2? Okay, and I'll put her number in, and I'll save it. I'll say, all right, I got my reminder. I'm calling you at 2 o'clock tomorrow. She now knows that I mean business, right? She knows that I'm serious. This isn't just like, oh, I'll call you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. This is a scheduled appointment. And if she has her phone, I'll say, go ahead and stick it in your phone too if you want. If you want to program my number in, that way you'll know who's calling you. You know, here's my number, okay? What I have found since I started doing that, they answer the phone. Do you guys set appointments with people and they don't answer the phone? Yeah. All the time, okay? No, not 100% of the time do they answer, but way more than before. Before I learned that nifty little trick of setting an appointment on my phone. So definitely learn how to do that. If you don't know how to do it, it means it shows them that you mean business, and now you have a reminder to call them. I love it. I had another girl that I did this with, and I set my appointment to call her. I called her at 2 o'clock. She didn't answer. I left her a message. She called me back in like 10 minutes. She's like, I'm so sorry. My professor was talking late, and I was really upset because you were calling me at 2 o'clock, and I ran out to the car so I could get my phone and I could call you back. I'm so sorry. I was like, wow. She knew I meant business, right? Okay, and that's then where you're going to talk to her not only about the $3.95 and the packages, but if she's already a 7 or 8, she's probably pretty much ready, going to want to be a jeweler. Okay, so you're going to definitely, and she probably only has one thing that's keeping her back. So that's going to be your question. So what do you think? How can we get you to a 10? Okay, how can we get you to a 10? Great verbiage. Next, we have the range of 4 to 6. Okay, 4 to 6. Those are the people that are kind of like, oh, I think I would like it, but there's more than one thing that scares them, okay? That's I don't know if I have time, I don't know if any of my friends will like it, I don't know how my husband will feel about it, they've got a couple of reasons, right? So at checkout, these are my warms, I'm gonna schedule an appointment to talk to them within the next week, okay? Same thing, put it in my phone, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk in the next week. How about Thursday? Does Thursday work for you? Great, blah, blah, blah. We set the date. And then while we're still there, I say, I'm sure there's a couple of things that, maybe you're scared of about, starting with Premier. What do you think is the biggest thing that would keep you from being a higher number? Again, I want to create that dialogue right there so that I'm already knowing what her biggest obstacle is. And if she says the money, I'll say, oh, we have ways that we can overcome that. I'll tell you about it when we talk on Thursday, okay? So I'm going to prepare myself so that I know that's going to be her objection. So I got some answers for her on Thursday. Okay, so that's your week out phone. And then the scale of 1 to 3, those who are cold market, usually they probably don't see themselves as a jewelry lady. They just wanted the bracelet. And that is the group that I'm gonna, when they come up, I'm gonna say, thanks so much for listening. Do you think you have anybody in your life that this would be good for now that you know about it? And now she's a referral for me. Okay? So I'm putting them in different categories. It's very, very easy. I am telling you, if you will stick with this, if you will do this consistently, okay, you're gonna find a lot of success with it. I met a jeweler at Raleigh, and I actually got out my phone and videoed her. I loved it, it was great. And I videoed her, I was like, okay, I just need this so I can show my downline. I was like, so, let me ask you, when did you start doing 6 Minutes to Win It? And she's like, oh, last October when I heard about it in our training. I was like, really? And what happened after that? She's like, well, I sponsored 2 people and it made me a builder. I was like, really? That's exciting. Did you stop? No, I kept doing it and I promoted to designer in January. And I was like, so that means you got to go on the cruise and the Red Dress Gala. And she said, yep. I was like, and how do you think you did it? She's like, because of 6 Minutes to Win It. I was like, thanks. So I'm telling you, I wish I could have paid her. But it was priceless because if you are consistent with it, and she says she still does it. She's still sponsoring, okay? It's not, you can't give up on something. Remember we talked about giving up? A lot of times jewelers will start something and won't have immediate success and they give up. But you can't plant the seeds and expect them to grow immediately, okay? Sometimes you have the seeds from Jack and the Beanstalk and they just grow and it's crazy. Sometimes you plant the right seeds. But sometimes you gotta love on those seeds, give them a little more water, give them more sun, and then they will begin to grow, okay? So, but the idea of 6 Minutes to Win It is to simplify your business. Because now you have not tried to make an appointment to tell them about the business. You've given them everything they need to know at the show while you're there. Work smarter, not harder, ladies. You can cover more ground. So, so important. So, definitely try 6 minutes to win it. All the verbiage, all the handouts is on my website, so you can go back and review that later.